Alright guys, William here back with more Disco Elysium. I'm gonna do one more episode for this afternoon. We'll do this and then, yeah, get on with my day afterwards. But yeah, we just investigated the body for first time. Again, wasted so much time at the end of the last episode because I kept on failing this, but, okay, so let's try this now.
The cadaver is a good...
An acrobatic maneuver would solve this.
Again, let's try this.
Yeah! Bang bang tie pig, shoot his head off!
It absolutely...
No miss!
Yeah, now we're talking.
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He appears too deep in concentration to even notice what you said.
I'll blow...
Take it!
Silence.
Yeah, take the shot. Kuno wants some of that shit.
Okay, this is taking way too long.
That's it. He then steps back and assumes the Fellow-Stess position. Take.
He's gonna fucking miss!
Oh shit, I didn't do that. Oh, I don't want to use that
The
yet.
kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the
Actually, let's finish listening to
the surrounding tenements.
the live feed update.
A cloud of smoke slowly
If I
passes in the air.
fail,
God
then
damn.
like okay, that's fine. But if
A
they're
lot of
failing,
things.
then it's like, what? But son, come on!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking has...
I have to say...
You know, you don't feel like too bad of a shot.
I think that's 1,000% true. So you take it.
Go ahead.
Maybe it's a pride.
Alright.
This is the
And we
suck.
tried this.
You've had
All right, so
Why don't you just shoot
Claire
yourself
is
in your
gonna
mouth?
talk with Hannah.
There we go, finally. It took us 4 times to get that.
Well, they're just talking about they're again
The buckle
speculating. This is when
explodes
Oz was talking about like you guys
coming
doing
loose with
things.
your hand numb from the
Claire
recoil.
basically predicts the timing of the triple eviction that we assume is coming. And she says because of Xavier's third nominee punishment,
takes a millisecond for the
we're not going to get a double
association
next week.
to
He's not going to be on the. He's not. There's not going to be a third nominee during a double eviction. So that means that next week will be normal, and then the week after that, because if he wins HOH, he has to be a third nominee the following week, which means the following week also can't be a double, which means it has to be probably from like 7 down to 5 or something like that for the double, which is pretty much spot on, except it's a triple. And she says, although it could be a triple, she is very nearly there, as these
Despite the defeat
Um,
of the revolutionaries.
and she says, I will say though, it doesn't always think, it doesn't seem like they've thought everything through. Honestly, I was asking them about how like the third nominee interacts with the Coin of Destiny, and it didn't seem like they had a prepared answer for me. And Hannah says, and this was I think very funny. Hannah says, "Well, I think they just do what America wants, right? Like last season, everyone was just over it because they didn't care. It was such a boring season. They didn't care about anybody left in the house after Devon left, so they just did a triple eviction to speed everything up."
I knew these guys
And Claire was like, "I don't think that's how it works." She was like, "No, I think that's how it works." But come on, I know this. I wonder how she'll react if there is a triple eviction once I get down to basically just the
Looks
cookout.
like I
When
failed.
oh, she was gonna think of me like I hate
I'm
them.
sorry to interrupt the jubilation.
Oh my god, that'd be
Just a
sad.
little bit.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm satisfied.
So, that's pretty much the day here, Jacob. Anything else that you want to bring up?
Final
I'm very
transport
scruffy
of the
today.
coroner's case to the district morgue.
It's looking pretty well maintained.
Yes.
Ah,
I'm
fuck
satisfied.
off.
3.
I pushed
I'm
down.
letting it grow for a
Foreign
little for a
final?
season of life.
Good.
But
In
no,
the
I
meantime,
think yesterday
it's a
was a chill
treasure
day. I
to
feel like
Webber.
we
The
may have a
leader of
chill day, or we just
Harbor
make it
property was clearly
you guys
used.
campaigning
The harbor
and
just
people
east
just
of
shoot and smoke up his ass.
Getting in might prove a challenge.
So
Pretty much.
I would
or
also suggest we interview Joyce.
can get that
the
little
White House
5%
representative. But we've already
that you
done
said,
that,
and we
so
could possibly see some stuff going
one
down.
down,
But
one to
yeah.
go.
Yeah.
You said less than that.
I said less than, yeah. Less than 5.
Alright,
Okay.
so
3.
let's do a quick save.
Less than that. Okay.
Keep going, keep going. I don't expect much to change here over the next few days, but it would be funny if things change while Xavier's in solitary.
Wait, does he go into solitary today?
I don't think so. I think that'll be tomorrow.
blue light, it still kind of looks like a map.
Dang, I would freak out.
For you
Well,
to
honestly though,
discover.
in this house, I feel like because
Someone.
I need some type of separation, especially if I'm around someone 24/7.
Oh wow, we have
So it
like
may
all
be
these
good,
things
but
to do
I'll also
now.
be like, what, like, I don't know, I'll just be freaking out, TBH.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it. I mean, Hannah talks to Kylan some more about Big D and complaining about him. Tiffany talks to Claire
So I think-
about like giving her sort of like some instructions on how to campaign
guess we'll
and
add
stuff
this.
as she continues to move forward. But things are pretty quiet again here. That's basically what we've got for the day. Things looking pretty locked in as we move forward for the rest of the week. We will have a roundtable tonight. We'll be rating these players from 1 to 10, and it's going to be an interesting one.
What did you give Ozza last week?
Oh boy.
If it's anything like, I remember one week you really tried her, and I was on there, and I was like, Taryn, a 4, and I gave her a 5. It was only 1 point extra, but
You know them.
What you
it's
do
like
Let's
a,
see
like
here.
a,
You gave Ozza a 4.
The doom and shield for
and what you gave her, a 3?
I gave her a 3. And then last week I gave her a 4.
Time for everything.
Taryn,
Even for
last
your
week?
gardening gloves.
Yeah.
However,
This week,
they
you're
are
coming
lacking
up.
hygienically.
I'm
I
coming up.
suggest you
Yes.
get in there in limited capacity.
We'll see.
Taryn, Taryn,
We'll see.
you will be getting a very angry message.
For the most part, maybe I should.
I am an
handle
Ozza
it.
empathizer. How dare you?
But Ozza also deserves to come up. I won't let you
the
reveal
dead
your
man
score now,
stares
but
in silence. as you
Taryn,
crack
I
open
know
the
you
ledger.
know.
The bright red paper is covered in boxes
right.
and lists
Okay.
describing the condition
don't
of
word
the
it like
skin.
that.
You'll have to tune in tonight to see if Jacob is going to be sending
Above
me an
those,
angry
an
message
11 field
later
info
tonight.
form needs filling out first.
So
It
you can
becomes
find the survey. You can rate these players. You can give Ozza a 4 or a 5 if you want by finding
Or
the
6,
survey
or a 7, or 8, or 9, or 10.
The corpse is
on
indifferent
Twitter at
to your
Armstrong
scribbling.
Taryn. You can fill it out
Just
yourself.
lies
We'll be
there.
going over it
The
tonight. It
next
should be a
box
lot of fun.
says,
You can also find me on twitch.tv/TarynArmstrong. Jacob, where can people find you?
People can find me on Twitter.
KK57
at Jacob J _ Jones. Very simple.
0803
And yeah.
.0815.
Wait, Terry. Also, it's my 7th month anniversary for your Twitch.
KK equals
channel.
Kim
Oh
Kitsuragi.
boy,
57 equals
that's awesome.
Precinct
Thank you so
57,
much, Jacob Jones.
followed by his
Of
date
course.
How have you
0803,
enjoyed being a subscriber
time of
to my
arrival.
Twitch channel?
0815 on the scene. He's
Well,
indexed the case
I
after
feel
himself, not you.
exuberant. I'm joking. I feel good. I like watching your content. I do
That's
wish you would play
because
more
he
video
doesn't
games,
want to bring up
because
the
I
messy
know we used
question
to play
of your
that
initials.
game. I think it was Star Wars or Star Trek that I used to like seeing. You used to play Portals, which I used to really like seeing as well. And so, that's like when you're chilling on your couch
Would that make
with the
life
little
annoying?
extended mic, and you're just like. And so maybe you should get into Sims.
HDB 41.
I don't know about Sims, but we'll
have you tried it?
Out with the time of day, anyone.
I don't think I've actually played Sims. No,
Don't count it
I've
out.
seen people play it.
I play it.
10,
I haven't played it in a while, but I play
It's
it.
understated.
What are you doing with your life, Jacob Jones? Why aren't you playing Sims?
Taryn, after I hop off here, I'm about to.
Okay, there you go.
And
All right, thank you guys so much for joining us here today. See you all.
40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side. He nods.
No doubt.
Fair to olive skin from the Isola of Mundi. This is as vague as it gets. You might as well say whitish. The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Fucky!
Nail.
Pigs can have sex.
Naively, the lieutenant does not.
We're still going with March 4th. 5th. What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner.
HDB 41 0803.1015 listens motionless with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
None. At least not after the initial examination. Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem. They'd have to have incapacitated and carried him over. This man was more than a match for untrained dogwalkers.
Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-Delorian burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then...
We should start the post-mortem.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
See, it's happening.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
The boots are ceramic, vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
It would be clever of you to omit the boots altogether, sire. If you are to keep them for yourself, as you ought to.
Note, the boot has a hidden serial number on it. It's E50, which the assistant detective inexplicably reported to me as X54.
It was merely a jest. Horseplay. The impression of you being a total psychopath is wrong.
I fail to see any humor in it. Officer, please write down the right serial number. E50.100.
Bitches are at it. This pleases Kuno.
Tattoos.
Try not to bring the incident up anymore.
The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a map of the night sky. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini. The deceased has a belt for airlifting cargo around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color, yellow. Length, 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end. Well-nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age 42. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature, below freezing. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with the age.
The hair under your latex fingers feels cold to touch. The stench is suffocating. Strands of... There must be brilliantine in there. He's combed his hair back with...
Lividity is consistent with hanging, albeit faint, as noted. The head is
Fucking low velocity. You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest, consistent with predation. Ligature mark.
Where did
Still
that
worried.
go?
You got just the right tool for that. The hanged man lets...
Always good to think ahead. Now, we need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can.
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
You are? You're Kuno's pig? You are?
The belt is equally tight. The knot is the weak spot. The chain cutters fit in there. Steady now. Like a flower arranger. 2 cuts and it should come loose. After some deliberation, you sink the cutters into the knot tying the belt together. You squeeze the rubber handles together, sweat forming on your brow. Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck. Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters. Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia...
No! Let's get up and see!
I fucking knew it!
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
The dead man's penis is average-sized, congested from the downward collection of blood. The testicles are uneven in length, hanging underneath. The genitalia is greenish. Marbling is present around the crotch.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip. In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
From wounds sustained over 2, maybe more decades, dispersal and accumulation indicates long and active combat duty.
Last item. Hands.
The hand...
Hands are clean. No sign of injury. I was. Ooh.
Oh,
Central
fuck off,
nervous
there's
system.
still all this.
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn.
What would that be?
The dead man looks, too, with barely contained excitement to hear the moral of his...
I think that may well be the moral of every story, officer. Good. Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous. You hear cracks as the lieutenant moves his sharp fingers inside the flesh, like the creaking of an old house at night.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact and remarkable. Respiratory system. Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen, hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again, straight in that mouth of his. It's hard. Once more, you taste stomach acid in the back of your throat. A contraction. Inside, you see darkness. Just a mess of meat and darkness.
Hemorrhaging present in mucus. Hepatobiliary. Ah.
Hepato means liver, and biliary, the gallbladder, and nothing in your...
Neither am I. That's it. Same for toxicology, unless you have...
Reservoirs? No, but do they take obscure trip?
No. Like a toxicologist. Cardiovascular. The body... Gastrointestinal.
This will do.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila. What's next on the list? Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
Be thorough if you want maximum results.
Head, chest, and your opinion, officer? Fatal injury by seagulls? No, he was not murdered. Yes, that's right. So, has confessed to...
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest.
Right. Next. The dark red, I see hemorrhaging.
Below the note, think for a moment.
That's it. We have established cause of death. It's not much, and it leaves much to be questioned. But let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over. Well, we established... We also we were thorough with the list of injuries too. I need a copy of that autopsy for processing.
You tilt your head. I'm sure we didn't get everything.
Shoot, Looney Rooney. Come back late.
I thought we decided...
Damn it. Okay, so you can sneak out of your room maybe, after he's gone to sleep.
Okay. I need a little help for carrying him to the holding pen of my kinema.
There go those beautiful enamel... Oh well, in another life.
Continue working here. The locals, the case, or attend to your own...
This means Lieutenant Kitsuragi will leave the party until tomorrow morning. You're free to do side tasks, and even the main case, though it might be more difficult.
Interesting. Well, let's do a quick save. Also, what do we have here? Still the same objectives. How do we not get anything? Or, is this more helpful? I feel like I'd rather open these up. Okay, so it's just us now. So what do we have to do again? Oh wait, let's go to the car. Or is that gone? Did he take that with him? He did? Okay. So we can't do that. That's kind of annoying.
The unpromising raised pupil returns. Don't be vulgar. Why? Also, to serve. Above all, I am not. Measurehead stoically looks to the distance in silence.
Actually, I just want to see what happens. Wait, let's do another quick save, and I just want to see if we can beat him.
The unpromising raised pupil returns.
Yeah. Alright. I'll reload the save in a second.
It has happened. The unpromising
Raise pupil. Return.
There we go, we did it.
Just like that, instinct took over.
Oh shit, I
is
amnesia.
reeling, gasping for air. Time stands still around you. In the distance, the sounds of the harbor are falling silent. All you hear is a small gurgling sound as a trickle of blood appears on the man's lip. Now's the time for a spin kick. He expects the 1-2, not the 1-360. No, don't be a fucking ballerina. Rip into him. Right hook. Get intimate with him. Bring the hurt.
Oh shit. What?
Oh God. Wrong move. Your head is in his hands.
You know the words. I am a degenerate drunk.
The compression?
It must be neurodegenerative. You never learn.
Oh, that's slowed.
The unpromising raise pupil return.
Yeah, I doubt that word works.
The unpromising raise pupil returns.
There we go. So let's see what we can do this time.
Just like that, instinct took over. The man is reeling, gasping for air. Time stands still around you. In the distance, the sounds of the harbor are falling silent. All you hear is a small gurgling sound as a trickle of blood appears on the man's lip. Now's the time for a spin kick. He expects the 1-2, not the 1-360. No, don't be a fucking ballerina. Rip into him. Right hook. Get.
There we go.
The man lands with a dull thump. like a broken down puppet of muscles and sinew. For a moment, he still tries to keep his head up, dazed-eyed. As you slam your fist on the button, the man collapses.
Looks like you're the new measurehead now.
The man is still.
Alright, so this seems like a good spot to end. Is there anyone else to talk to? No? Alright. Oh wait, can we actually open that now? Okay, I didn't realize that. Well, okay, I'll definitely save here then. And then end. Yeah, let's go ahead and save. Alright. And yeah, create new save. So, we'll continue on tonight. Hopefully at a reasonable time so I can make a decent amount of progress here, but we'll see. But yeah, for now, thank you for watching.